It's a good win. It's a good win, comprehensive win, but we have to read a lot deeper into it because there's a mistake that can be made here. You look at that victory, 4-0, hat-trick from your number one striker, clean sheets. You're like, wait a minute. What happened at the World Cup 2018 doesn't mean anything. And, Nigeria are in good stead to go and actually do something at AFCON 2019. But let's just be real here. Cameroon will be the host nation. They have Seedorf and your boy Clivert in there as well. The North African boys are still a threat, i.e. Egypt, Morocco, Algeria, and so forth. You've got to look at our neighbors, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Ghana, who will always try and say something. So obviously beyond, and the reason why I say that is that Libya are several levels below the nations I just mentioned, several levels below. So this is a game that Nigeria should win. But fair enough, you can only beat what is in front of you. So let's look at the good and then the bad. I always like to start with good news and then the bad news. Let's look at the good news first. The good news is this: Iwobi. I thought he was the best player on the pitch, and I'm amazed with how much this guy is improving. Because the thing about Iwobi is because I've been watching him very, very closely, and whenever I look at players closely, I always try and find out, okay, their characteristics, their strengths, their weaknesses, and where they should really be playing. I mean, when I look at Iwobi, his strength isn't really like, carrying the ball, dribbling past several players. He's not particularly quick. He doesn't have really good acceleration or pace. He's not particularly strong. He's a technical player. But one thing he's very good at doing is passing and creating. And he's very good at making difficult passes. So he always tries to do difficult passes, and he's actually very good at, more times than not, executing difficult passes. So when I say to him is that, and if any coach, whether it's Emery or whoever, when you look at that, they say, no, he should be retrained to be a number 10. So whenever I look at him being played out left, out right, and people are using him to try and carry the ball and then put in the cross, I'm like, no. He's not fast. He's not a speedy player. He's not particularly fast. He should be played more centrally and retrained to be a number 10. He should be a playmaker. Because again, he's in his mind, he's not thinking as a playmaker. He's still thinking that, okay, I'm a midfielder from the flank. But when you look at his passing, even when you look at the ball that he played to, even beyond the ball he played to Igalo, which was a great eye to find that pass, I just think the guy is someone who can, remember, he's young. So when you're young, it is very important that you find out what is your strongest position and you focus and you put everything into developing and being strong in that position. The worst thing to do is where you're not really played at what is truly your strongest position. And I do not think the strongest position is being played out wide. So I thought Iwobi was very impressive. The defense, they did well. They kept things strong. Still a bit shaky because look, man, Libya gave them a few scares, but I think overall, even if it's against weak opposition, they still were pretty steadfast. I think that they did a lot better in the second half, and they were a lot more resolute. Look, man, a goal is a goal. Igalo got the 3 goals, and I will talk about my issues with him, but you know what? He got 3 goals, a penalty, 2 well-taken goals, very good second goal, going around the keeper, putting it into empty nets. And Musa did his thing. I think he also did the assist for Igalo's hat-trick. So that's the good. Now let's look at the not so good. You see, the thing about this is that, people will say, okay, wow, Igalo scored 3 goals. How can you have any beef against him? What beef can you have against him? And my thing is, there has to be a new era. There has to be an ushering of a new era. And I will still remain with this sentiment that for the Nigerian national team, the best of Nigeria, you cannot be playing in China, because once you play in China, you've forgone your career. Case in point, Seedorf, new manager of Cameroon, he has come out and said that Any Cameroonian that plays in China, I'm sorry, you forego your chances for being in the Cameroonian national team because you've pretty much given up being elite. You have to play either in Europe or you play locally. Because you're playing within the framework of Nigeria and that same psychology, or you're in Europe, or if you're rocking them for, let's say, a Boca Juniors or a River Plate, fair enough. But really, the elite of the elite are in Europe. The best players in the world play for European clubs. That's just how it is. You're either playing in Spain, Italy, England, Germany, France, Holland, Belgium, so forth. That's Portugal. That's just how it is. The best players in the world, 90% of them play in Europe. So you have to test yourself against the very best. And the gala, you're not testing yourself against the very best. China is where you go to earn money. You go to earn money. So if you're a coach, so get on right. If you're a responsible manager, you should say to the gala that, like, I don't care with your age or experience. You want to be in this team. You want to be in the Nigerian national team. Leave China, go back to Europe, and then I will then judge you from there. Because again, Igalo scoring 3 goals for me doesn't mean that he's now going to be a starting player at the Nations Cup. Because really, this is all about winning the AFCON. That's what this is all about, And Igalo as Nigeria's main striker, Nigeria not winning the AFCON with Igalo as the main striker. That's just the fact of the matter there. Your boy Kalu, quality goal, amazing goal, very good goal. But prior to that goal, the guy was just doing some messed up stuff. The guy, I was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? The guy was just doing some nonsense, complete and utter nonsense. So I think the guy needs to clean up his game sharply. He needs to clean up his game very, very sharply. But overall, I think my main beef is about Geno Raw. I believe he should be sacked. That's what I believe. Because you didn't come out of the group of the World Cup. You didn't make it out of the group. Rather, you didn't make it out of the group when you should have, where all you needed was a draw or a win against Argentina. For that reason, you shouldn't be in there. And I want to look at how the team plays. You see, you have to understand the psychology of every nation. That's what you need to understand. You have to understand the psychology of every nation. Italy's psychology is a defensive psychology. Spain's psychology, what they've now fallen into, is a possession-based psychology. Brazil's psychology is an attacking psychology. Attacking and flair. France as well, attack with a little bit of flair, but more individualistic flair. Holland is very much technical. So every nation has a psychology. Germany, organization. Nigeria psychology is they're an attacking team. They're an attacking flair-based team. That's just how they are. And when I look at this team and I look at them attacking, and you're playing at home in Oyo, because again, every time there were times when Iwobi would have the ball, or most would have the ball, they would look up and there's only one guy in front of them. If that, I'm sorry, the team has to be far more attacking and far more adventurous. And I just think that there has to be a much more intricate, one-touch, positive brand of football being played. And I don't believe that Geno Raw has it in his mind to infuse that into this team. But I think even more so than that is Nwakali, Oyekuru, and many other young players. These guys have to be fully integrated into the team. Oyekuru, he came and had about 8 to 9 minutes. Again, it was a bit, hairy. He lost the ball a few times, but he played a very critical role in Kalu getting his goal, because he went round the keeper, a very ingenious dummy, by putting his left leg over the ball, bamboozled the keeper and the Libyan defender, was able to put the ball back to Kalu to score that great goal. But I think that a guy like Oyekuru should be fully more integrated into, like, okay, this is the future. Okay, this is Nigeria's future striker. Let's try and build him up. And look, you've got a phone. Emenike is still around. Because what would be very exciting is an Emenike Oyekuru double strike partnership. I think that would be very exciting. Because again, Emenike has the strength that Oyekuru doesn't have. So you have Emenike with the strength, Oyekuru with the speed. One can get on to a through ball. Another guy's very good at hold-up play. That makes for a very good, interesting partnership that both him and Oyekuru can have. But I just don't know, because Nigeria should really excite you. That is how Nigerian football should be. It should be exciting. And when you look at the younger teams, the younger boys, they play an exciting brand of football because there is a Nigerian way of playing. There is a Nigerian style. There is a way in which Nigerians move with the ball that is very unique to Nigerian football. And I do not see that in this team, and I don't believe that we will see that within this team. But it's a good win. It's a good result, but I just feel that people should look at the bigger picture. I don't think that because Igalo scores 3 goals against a pretty weak Libyan side, although Libya, they did try. I thought Libya did really well in the first half. Maybe we were unlucky not to get a few penalties, but Igalo scoring 3 goals against, I would say, a weak Libyan side does not now mean that I forgive him for that trash he did at the World Cup. Or that means that he should be the starting striker for Nigeria while he plays in China, which is a retirement home for players who want to earn a lot of money. I don't really believe that. I believe that you have to be playing in Europe, to be playing in the elites, to be considered to be within the main Nigerian national team. But for me, I think to live with this, I think it will be very exciting. Akpeyi, the keeper, he did all right. Although I'm not too, I'm still a bit. Look, I mean, it came in. That was painful. I mean, it came in with what happened to him. That was a big loss. Losing, it came in like that. And I'm happy to see he's doing well. But it will be, man. Develop him, because I think this guy can be a very, very useful player for Nigeria. And I think that his calling is being a playmaker. And I think if he goes to Emery or people like myself puts pressure and put it out in the universe, and retraining him into a playmaker, because there are a lot of things he needs to learn. He needs to learn a lot. And I think if he could grab David Silva or Iniesta just to help cultivate him, I think it would be great. But he needs to be recoached and retaught to think and play and operate like a playmaker and a number 10. I think if it does, I think you could have a very, very interesting player on our hands. Thank you for watching this video. Think about pledging and become a Half of Football Hot patron. Pledge an amount each month and gain access to exclusive videos from your boy, the Football Hot, for more analysis. Peace.